Alright guys, welcome to episode 2 of Let's Create a Custom Story, and today I'm going to be doing some more physical work, some actual practical work rather, actually. So of course this video is unscripted, just so you know. I'm just kind of improvising the whole thing, so we'll see how it goes and what I'll be doing in this video. But I have an idea of I found these textures here and I think they look amazing, and I can probably find the thread where I found most of these, but they're basically just textures that I think would fit really well in like a pyramid kind of theme place. Yeah, I'm going to be taking these into Photoshop right now and just converting them to TGA, because that's kind of like the preferred format. Yeah. So I'm just gonna add the alpha channel and then just resave it as Targa, just like that. So let's see. It might take a little work to just do this, but yeah. I've drank a Russian Red Bull today, so I feel like I have a lot of energy. Oh, I need to make it white. Save it as a Targa. And next. So I'll just be doing this, but when it comes to the sand texture, let me just delete those 5. I have now converted them to TGA, which they're basically just, they look the exact same still. But for the sand texture, let me just close, well actually I'll just close that later. As for the sand texture, I wanted to make it a bit more red, because in the desert the sand is usually more red, orangey, than just plain white, because this looks like very fine sand, like on a beach. So first of all, let's just simply add a color overlay to it. Let's go to color overlay, and find some kind of color like this. I'm not sure, we'll see. And do overlay. Oh, that's very bright. Let's just find something that fits. Anything here, perhaps. Darken, multiply that. It's a little strong. Color burn. No, I think this is a too bright color. Let's find something way darker and a little more in between, I guess. Let's see, multiply. That's very dark though. It's kind of goldish. Let's see. I want it to be kind of bright but kind of orangey. None of these are working, and difference would of course not work. The hue. Saturation. Actually, saturation is kind of what I want, I guess. Although it doesn't necessarily work that well. Let's see. It starts out as yellow. Let's make sure it's not a green yellow. Starts out as yellow and goes down in kind of red. Let's try to do that. No. This is a little tricky, actually. Let's find something. Color balance. It's not something I work too much with, but just balancing this color right here seems to be a little more difficult than I thought it would be. It needs to be yellow, but it needs to be orange. Like, it needs some more red to it. Let's try adjustment. Vibrance, color balance. Let's see. No, I don't think I want to use that. Let's go to black and white, maybe. Tint, saturation. Wait, whoa. Okay, well actually that could perhaps work. It's a little bright though. Let's put it down. No, I don't want it to be pink though. I think pink would just look kind of weird. Maybe I got something there. It's kind of orange, you know. Oh, now it's getting orange. Now is when it's getting orange, yeah. A little less saturation. A little less red. A little less yellow. Something like that, I think. Let's try that, actually. Of course, we can make changes to this later if we need to. Let's just add a white alpha channel to it and save it. And yeah, so we got that. I'm gonna delete that one. Okay, so we got all these textures. I got 9 of them here, and if you're gonna look at them, these are some of the carvings I wanted in the wall. This one doesn't actually look like it repeats, but it is tileable. This one I am pretty sure is tileable. I haven't checked, but I'm fairly certain it is. So we can use these again on putting on some kind of models, perhaps walls, decoration. Then we got some cracks for this could be used for like floor or ceiling. I'm thinking ceiling could use this one. And this could be some of the outside walls, perhaps, because the outside is usually more damaged than the inside if there's been more stuff going on the outside. This is some dirt floor, or sandy, dirty thingy. So that could be the floor of some certain areas. I have one for the water part. The water part you usually say when you have a water monster. I'm not going to have a water monster. No one likes that thing. Yeah. So the water, like this looks kind of wet in a way, like it has been wet but dried out. This is just going to be the texture for the sand in the place, like in the desert on the outside. So therefore, I'm thinking I should probably like make a big model that could fit, because I want it to be a hill, but I can't exactly make a hill with planes, because planes would just they would be very sharp, because you know planes, they just go, they're flat. So I want it to be kind of bent, so I'll probably make like a model. If you've ever looked through some of the models, you'll find that the Zimmerman dream or vision scene in the original Amnesia uses one big ass model for the whole area. So I'm thinking of doing something similar for that. It won't be that hard anyways. This could be on the inside, because the inside is usually more preserved than this, or perhaps in some of the more special, more preserved areas like the treasure room. And this is some of the finer floor that I found, which I think looks really nice. And then we have lastly just sandstone that could be used wherever I feel like I need it. Any of these I can also put on some kind of wall if I need that, like a wall texture, a static object, a wall. And as for the doors that I'm thinking of using, I'm going to be using those doors that, they're not just doors exactly, they're more like openings that they're like a huge stone block that is pulled up in the ceiling. It's not exactly realistic, but it's more casual in a way, like it's more common in pyramid games to have doors that are pulled up in the ceiling. So I'm thinking of doing that. So here we have this in this folder right here. So now let's see what's next. I could of course make them all into planes and see how that works out, but I think I want to at least try to make a static object model. I'm also going to need the slate models, 4 different ones. I'm gonna have to find some texture for those, or well, probably make some, but to find something to have on it to distinguish them from each other. That would probably be for the best. Now, let's just empty that, because we don't need that anymore. Yeah, so let's see what's next. We have Amnesia there. Actually, let's do some of the more basic stuff, because we're gonna have to do this at some point. Cousin stories, this is the example one I'm using in the tutorial. Let's make a new folder for it, and I'm just gonna call it temple. I'm thinking, let the code name for this operation, let's call it operation temple or whatever. Just whenever we're gonna do something related to the project, we'll call it temple. We'll find a name for it at the end of it or something, or you could suggest a name on the way, because I'm not exactly sure what I would name this kind of story. It's kind of like Indiana Jones style in a way, I suppose, and then just like Treasure Hunter, Tomb Raider. No, I haven't even played those games, so I don't know. But let's just call it temple for now, although that's probably not going to be the title. So let's go in here and just copy that one and put it in here, and we'll find a picture for it later. We don't need to do that now. And the extra English, let's copy that one too, actually, because I want it, and make a maps folder. Starting by editing this one, I'm gonna actually remove that. We don't need a picture in it yet, and I'm gonna just put temple in there for now. Maps, test.map. Actually, we might just keep it like that, test.map, because I'm probably gonna be doing a lot of testing before making the actual maps. So let's just save that and close it. Extra English has a lot of things in here. Description of custom story. We'll of course write that later, but let's just say temple project. Temple project custom story. Yeah. Oh, I already had a dot. All right. And I guess I'll just leave this all alone for now, because we're not going to be using the extra English just yet. Now, I'm going to put the texture folder in there, because we're going to need to have it in there. I'm going to call it textures probably, because that's what it's called in the root. So we have the textures there, and now what was next? Yeah, we have Maya. We want to make some models. Usually when I make walls, static objects for walls like that, I take a model that is already like a wall that is already existent, just to get the proper dimensions and all that, or at least look at it. Unfortunately, I can't have two projects open at once in Maya, which is kind of weird. But let's see, go to castle base, wall, and I usually just grab the model for the wall. Let's see, which one is it? Default. Should be default broken. This one? Oh, no. What is that? Wait, what is this? Is that the wall? There's the texture completely messed up? What has happened here? I don't know what happened. These are strange. Well, this one is proper. Default short. That one is not. The default. Where is it? There's the default. No, the next one. This one. This one is supposed to be. I suppose I'll just grab that one in, and well, let's grab it and see what happens. We can open up Maya, and we can import it there, and we can see what happens. I really don't know what happened here, though. It's really strange. I don't know. Okay, Maya. Let's go File and import desktop default day. Import. And it's going to be huge, so I don't know what is this part. I don't even what's been going on with these. This does not look like the well, let's select all of them, and I'm gonna go and scale all of them to 0.01, I think. Yeah, that's the size that is actually used. Like I'm not sure what is up with them, but when you import them to Maya, they are like 100 times bigger than they should be. So I don't know what's up with that. But now, what is these things? I don't understand. But anyways, okay, so the wall has 4 by 4 in size. Like if you, well, actually scale is 0.01, so that doesn't exactly tell you much, but I think I know by now that this is just how it is. So let's just create a new scene, although I think it's the same. Make a box, place it, I'm gonna snap it on grid like that, and do 5 to shade it, and it's now still snapping. Let's resize it. Oh, the resizing doesn't actually snap, but in that case we can just do it over here. X2, actually X4, Y4. What was that big? No, I don't think so. And Y2 there. And that's kind of it. The Z1 doesn't need to be that big though, because I'm going to cut out the back of it anyways. 0.5. So like that. And we can select the face on the back. It's been a while since I've been modeling, actually. And as you might know, I'm not that particularly good at it, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing that well models, but pretty much what I'm thinking of doing. Actually, let's just not delete those yet, because I think they might mess up with some of the changes we're going to do to the model. But alright, so now let's go to the desktop. I usually just make a folder. Let's call it wall. I'll just call it wall. Actually, yeah, wall. We'll go in here and let me just delete these files because I don't actually need them. And I like to resize that just to get that scroll bar away because I like it. I think it looks a lot more clean. Okay, so we have wall. And I'm going to save it in there. I'm going to have to find the texture that we're going to use for the wall. So let's go back to the custom story. Textures. Which one should we use for the wall? This one perhaps. This one could be good actually. Yeah. And oh, that was not it. This one perhaps. I'm probably going to be making several walls, so let's copy this one over there. Cracked sandstone bricks. That's the name of it. Let's open up Maya again. Let's go in attribute editor, click on there, actually in object mode, and go to Lambert, color, file, open, desktop, wall, cracked sandstone bricks, open. I'm gonna enable the textures, and this looks kind of weird right now, but it's somewhat functional, I suppose. But I'm gonna do front camera, create UVs, planar mapping, camera, alright, planar mapping, like that. If I do it like that, then it will work perfectly fine, although on the side, as you can see, it looks weird. But I'm not sure if that resolution might be a little big, because the bricks are very small in this. If this is the wall, like if this is the height of the player, about the player is about here, I think, like the camera is about there, so that could be like a bit too many perhaps. If it is, we might want to make it like just a corner of it, maybe. Oh well. So I don't actually know if there were any edge effects that I wanted to do to it, because this is a wall on its own. I could just make it and use it and place it and everything, and it doesn't actually need anything but the front part of it. But I'm gonna have to be sure to place it at the same distance from the middle as all the other walls, so that they're consistent and everything. What's next actually? I don't even remember, but I don't think I need to do anything else, but I wonder if there is anything I want to do to it, because right now it's very plain, so I don't know. But you know, let's just use this for now, because if we're gonna make some more advanced models, we can do that, but we don't have to. So let's go back to the front. This is the front, and it's just a plane, but it's a texture on both sides, I think. I'm not sure, maybe. Depends in the game if it's calculated that way, but okay, so that's it. Now let's go on File, Export All, into Wall, and name it wall underscore cracked sandstone bricks 01. Alright, so now we have this wall right here. As you can see, it works fine. It's not textured on the back, but that doesn't matter. So we have wall bricks 01 there. Let's take this into Amnesia just to import it, so that we can use it as a static object. Static objects need to be in the static objects folder, so static objects, custom, I'm gonna put it in there. Alright, so we're gonna use the model viewer, load model, static objects, custom wall bricks. Oh damn, that is small. That is very small. Why is that so small? I think this might have something to do with the default resolution of it. So One of the weird things, I done this before. It's like you have to export it twice for it to work. I'm not sure why that. Wall underscore bricks01 on the desktop. You have to like export it twice to work. I don't know why. Let's put that back in there, replace the other one, and it's the same model exact. It doesn't do anything differently. But this time when we load it, it's probably going to be the proper size. I wonder if that is a bug or if there's something causing it. There we go. Now it's the proper size, as you can see. And it's invisible from that side. It's just a shadow. That could be used for something maybe, I don't know. Alright, so that's all we need to do in here. And it is now a static object. So if we open the level editor, for example, static objects, custom, wall bricks01. Like that. Like that. As you can see, it's very simple. But one thing, let's not save them. I'm going to be using crazy bump as well on the texture. I'm gonna have to make some bitmaps for it. Oh, I gotta allow that connection. So open file. Actually, let's copy that texture over there. Open photograph. Desktop. This one. Alright. So wait for that. And this one. Let's see here. We want it to be a box. So. This looks fairly good, although it's a little too deep, perhaps. Intensity. Sharpen. Kinda. Noise removal. Oh, sharpen. I don't think we need that. Shape recognition. This does make a big difference, I think. Yeah. Kind of put some big depths into it. Very fine detail. I don't notice any difference between negative and plus. Very large detail. Now it's going to be very bulky. The middle is going to be not so bulky. There. Okay. So let's say yeah, that actually looks fairly good, I think. And let's save it. Save normals to file. Oh yeah, it has the NRM in caps. I don't like that, but whatever. Save. Doesn't it save it as a PNG? Yeah, it does. I'm gonna have to convert that to TGA as well, just because I want to keep it the same kind of thing. Specularity. The specularity of this is a little high, actually. I don't think... Enhanced detail. Oh shit. That's very high detail right there. We don't want it to be that much. Brightness. Put that down, because we don't want it to shine that much. It's like, it's sand after all, so... Contrast. Now it's really glossy. Contrast down, but also brightness down. Kind of like that, I think. Metallic color. Oh yeah, I think it was that we want the specularity to be kind of red in a way, a little bit red, although that looks a little strong. Let's just put it to 0 actually. Save. Spec. Okay. So we got that. I'll do the other ones off camera later sometime, maybe, perhaps, hopefully. Now we're gonna do the same thing with the TGAs. Now we just need to do add layer, alt backspace, shift command space, target, enter. Same thing for this one. New layer, alt layer, save, target. So now, yeah. So now we have these. Wait, was that blue layer? Oh, I guess it's just a file that is like that. Okay, we have these. Put them in there. Copy. Oh yeah, it's the copy. course. I think, yeah. Why is it copy? Actually, I don't know what happened there. Why it's named copy, but cracked sandstone bricks underscore spec. Sandstone brick. No, wait, this is a spec. This is the NRM. NRM. This one is the spec in lowercase. I just like to keep it that way. Now let's go to the material editor, which is there. Let's open static objects, custom wall cracked stone. This one, and it's going to be solid view, so actually it's already been defined, most of it. Nmap, we want the nmap to be this one. No, this one. And we want the specular map to be this one. It's going to enhance it a lot. Save. Blend mode. Add. Alpha. I don't think that matters. Okay. Exit. Let's see if it updates in here too now. Actually, we don't need to open. We'll just go to static objects right away. In here. Yeah, it updated, obviously. As you can see, it looks very detailed right now. Like, yeah, you can see the pixels at close, but they're kind of like blurred in a way, and then they don't look like pixels. They just look like a blurred texture. But anyways, at the distance, this looks very detailed, as you can see. This looks almost incredible, I think. So I'm gonna look forward to working with this. Alright, let's just delete these. Oh, there we go. And now we have one wall in there. That's one of them. I'll probably do the other ones off camera. As I said, modeling does take a while and stuff, and this wasn't even an advanced model whatsoever. It's just a plane. I don't know why I just didn't make it a plane, actually. But anyways, so we have that. And I don't know how long the videos become already, but what else are we going to do in this video? We have already set up kind of the basics of it. Let's actually create a map that we can use as the test.map that we used in the CFG file. So I'll just simply go to planes. I'll find that plane in custom stories, temple textures. Oh, right, it doesn't actually have the mat files yet, so let's do that then. No, not the material editor copy, whatever. New, yeah, diffuse file, custom stories, tempo, textures. We want to make all of these kinda. So let's just do the sandstone just to begin with. Oh, and I want those to be specular as well, but whatever, we'll do that later. Decals. Oh yeah, we can make decals. Decals here. I kind of probably want to make some things for decals. I don't know what though. Kind of cracks, maybe dusts, stuff like that, perhaps. Solid fuse. Material. This is kind of rock, I think. Like, I would expect it to be rock. Yeah, let's put it to rock. Save as. In the same directory as sandstone.mat. Let's just use that one for now. Now let's go to the level editor and do primitives, material, blah blah blah. It's going to take a while to navigate through all these every time. Let's create that. It's very, very bright. It's very big too now. So let's just make it like that. In the middle of it, it's very bright. Let's turn off the point light. Oh, the ambience is actually very dark. Yeah, that reminds me, we need a box light around here. Just make a big ass box light and put it about there. And the diffuse is going to be 0.2. 0.2. Okay. Spawn point, player start, pop it right there. And this is going to be this test level that we're going to be using when we're going to test entities or models or stuff like that. So let's start by putting the walls up, custom wall bricks. Actually, let's put this texture all the way over here as well. This thing, let's put it in that corner because I like to keep it like, then I can use those as a guide kind of. Then we'll place this there. Wait. Yeah, okay, so they are apparently one grid space. Like away from the pivot point. But oh well. Let's put 3 of them there. Oh, what? And move it, rotate it actually, and put 3 more over there. There. And there. I missed that one. Like that. Increase the size of this one just a little outside of the area so that it doesn't glitch, you know. Yeah. Actually, wait. Is it the correct? Yeah, I think it is actually. It's just that this wall is a little glitchy right there, so let's just select everything in there. The light to even move it 1 up there, and then increase this one by 1 on there and 1 on there, so that it sticks a little out on each side. I'm very picky about this kind of stuff. I probably shouldn't be, but anyways. Well, I guess it's kind of good to be picky sometimes, because then you make sure that you get all the details properly done. And there. So now we have a very empty room, a kind of temple room thingy. So it's probably going to look like kind of strange in the game, but we'll save it. And temple maps, let's call it tests.map. All right. So we've now made something that we can start up. So if we actually do start up the game, yeah, let's do that. Let's see what happens. Start the game. Hopefully it's not loud. I have the audio on speakers right now. I don't think it matters what I use, really. Temple. Start. Alright, we're in the game. We have the custom floor, the custom walls. And these could, of course, be just a plane. I should probably just make them a plane, really. I can actually already make them a plane. They don't need to be a static object. But they can be. And I'm thinking I'm probably going to put like pillars in between, so it's like there's going to be a pillar there so you don't see the intersection right here, because I mean, even though it intersects perfectly fine, it's kind of odd to have a brick that actually turns, like a Tetris brick. So yeah, so this is kind of it. And a lantern, yeah. When we're going to start scripting, we're going to give them a lantern to begin with and everything. So I kind of want to make that intro scene, but to do that I'm going to need to make the big ass sandy dunes or whatever. So I'm not sure. I guess I could try that, but Maya, what do you say, Maya? What do you say, Maya? Maya, he. It's gonna have to be big, probably a lot bigger than this grid, because the player is approximately one of these grids in size, so it's going to be quite large, probably like twice as big as this grid, or something like that big, maybe. Let's start with a box. Simply a box. Do that and take off the snap grid thingy. Actually, I want to keep the snap grid on, kinda, in a way. Actually, that doesn't do anything to the scaling, so it doesn't matter. Okay, they're located in x000, which is important. Scale is 111. When you make a box, you usually want to just click to make one, because then it makes one with the default scales, so you don't accidentally get a box that is not the same default scale as the other ones. It's kind of like a big deal, because when you're gonna make, if you didn't have the snap on, of course, when you're gonna make a box, even if you make a box like this, that might be a bit better size for what you're trying to make, then this will be 111 instead of this. So if you scale this one to 50%, it's not going to be the same, or to 50%, yeah, of course, but if you scale this one to 20, it's not going to be the same size as this one in 20. So you kind of want to keep it in one kind of size, or else it'll be difficult to maintain between them and like see the relation in size and such. Alright, so this one is going to have to be huge, but it's only gonna, you know what, let's screw the box, let's make a plane. There's no reason to use a box in this case, so why is this one not in the middle? Oh yeah, I turned off the snapping. Put it to 0, 0. If it's not in the middle, you can do that right there. The scale is gonna have to be, how big? I don't know, 100. It's very, very big, but that's probably what I'm gonna need. 100. Because, yeah, the player is very small in that case, but then now we would have the chance to edit it. So let's go to Attribute, Editor, P-Plane. No, it's not here, is it? Pivots, limit information. Polyplane. Ah, here it is. Subdivisions, width and height. Or you could just click the button. There should be a button around here for subdividing. Up here probably, or something. I forgot where it was, but subdivision. Let's put subdivisions height and width to let's see what happens at 25. 25. That's quite a lot of subdivisions. But there's not that many polygons, so it's all about how many polygons you have in your model. If you have 2,000 polygons in a model, it's going to be a very high-res model, but it's nothing the Amnesia editors can't handle. Of course, I've had models up until, well, like some of the first models I made, they had up to like 10,000 polygons, and that's bad. That's really bad, because that's not going to be optimized, because weaker systems are going to lag with those models. And because most of the Amnesia models, they might look a little low poly sometimes, like in low detail, but when you actually look at them, they have a lot more polygons than you would actually think, because they might look like they have a bit few, but they have a lot fewer than it actually looks like. So it's kind of, they've been optimizing it really well, and since the models still look pretty good, they've done a great job with that. So it does take quite a lot of experience to make very good models. That's why but this is one of the things that I know. Even though I'm not a very good modeler, this is one of the things I guess you should know from the beginning. So what we can do here is that we can just take some of these points and push them up. But let's see, I don't know, do we want to do that with this many? Because we might not even need this many subdivisions. Let's see, 20 by 20. 20 by 20, how much is that? That's like 400, isn't it? So that would be 400 polygons for this model. 400 for this model is actually quite a lot, but I think we can work with it. There's not going to be that much difference from each of these, but let's see. If we go to the vertex, I guess. So let's say that the temple is about the size of this grid here. Temple, or about that size. We're going to have to keep the middle part kind of secluded, kind of. We want to. Oh, why did I select all of them? Oh, okay, wait. Does I wasn't doing shift. I was doing the bracket thing, the diamond bracket. Okay. Apparently, it looks like I have mirroring on, which I kind of don't in this case. The reflections, turn that off. So, for example, actually, let's go to face. They're easier to handle. Let's just simply select all these faces, This is the base. Let's push them a little down. And select everything outside of it. And push that a little down too. So we get kind of like a curve going down. We can put the temple on top of that. Actually, I think I might actually want to keep that one at 0. Let's do that instead. Okay, I'm doing that. Instead of pushing that down, I'm going to be pushing everything else up. So let's go to top view. This is what we want to leave alone. So I'll simply. Okay, I don't even know what that button does. The diamond brackets. They kind of. I press it once, it goes down. Press it again, press it again. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Okay, that many. Now we want to. Actually, let's do that many and not do these. So we deselect those. So we kind of push these a little up. That puts a little hill around there. Now let's select the next line and deselect that one. Push that one a little up too. Actually, now I'm just derping here, I guess. Let's select everything except everything, basically. Oh, damn. Gonna need to be more precise here. There we go. Let's start by putting that way up. Actually, no. We don't want that. Damn it! I am so confusing myself here. I don't even know if I should include this in the video, because I don't even know if this is very interesting to look at, just me failing with modeling. We want this to be kind of down, but we kind of want it to be... yeah, let's go to edge. Select that edge, that, and just try to fix it. Let's deselect those corners because they're going to mess with it, even though you're not going to be able to go to those corners. So you won't see it, but still. Let's make that a little smoother in the curve. It looks maybe like that. So it's kind of like a plate right now, actually. But this is way too many polygons for just a plate. Alright, so let's go back to faces. Top view, so we get an accurate... let's say this. That's 3 from there. 1, 2, 3 there. Push this up. No, wait. We do not want to mess with this middle part, I forgot. Damn it. Okay. Push this up. And let's push... let's just manually select all these. I don't know why I'm doing it. I probably shouldn't. It just takes longer. Push it up as well. Okay, so that kinda works. I don't know, is that big enough for the player? Because the player might be able to... but this isn't even how deserts work. So let's push... because, yeah, right now it's symmetrical on on every side, which is kind of weird if you look at it. Like, a desert would never shape like this, that's for sure. That's for damn sure. Fucking Skyrim gamer poops. Alright. Now let's start doing some refining just by moving some of these to make it look a little more realistic. I'm not sure what I want to do to the background. We need to make a skybox. I haven't actually made a skybox that worked for me before, so I'm gonna have to find out how to do that. Let's start by just selecting all these here, pushing it down, and doing the edge thing again. Actually, if I do these edges instead, that should work kind of the same thing. Yeah. Okay, these there and there Okay, so I mean it's going to look a lot smoother, of course. It's going to have to be a bit bumpy in some places. Let's push this one up, for example. Let's put a little bump there, put a little bump there, put a little bump there, downwards. But the player's not going to be moving that much in this place, so when I think about it, I should probably have placed this temple back here, so that would have more space to work with. But I don't think I can do that now, unless I just cut off this part completely and add more polygons there, but that would be weird. And I don't want to undo everything now, so let's just leave it at that. But this hill I don't think is tall enough for the player to not be able to look up, because I want it to be like this, the player spawns in a desert not seeing anything, even though they know what's going to be happening through dialogue in the intro, but they start here and they're going to be walking up the hill and then seeing the temple. So it's like they're not going to spawn in front of the temple directly, but they're, yeah, as you saw, that I had that drawing of the hill that I wanted to do. So let's do some small modifications here, although I kind of want this whole thing to go up a bit, but I don't want it to be too noticeable as like a polygon, because that's usually pretty weird if it is like that, perhaps. And this might need to be pushed down a lot, maybe even this whole thing, I don't know. Let's just do some of these. It doesn't matter if it's symmetrical or not in this kind of thing, because deserts are never symmetrical, as you may know. And I want it to be kind of steep, I suppose. So actually I think the best way to do that would be to just grab all the planes and push them up. Push them upwards. That would make it a lot steeper, but I don't want it to be like a sharp turn right there. So no, now it's starting to become like a hill. I don't think you can see over that, but if the temple is very big, you might be able to. So I don't know. I'm not sure how this is going to work out, but we'll see what I can do. Actually, I don't want to put that up. I want to put this down. Put that down to make it more curved. And the last ones, the last planes over here, I can of course put them down, but a little bit. But I want it to be like a curve. I'm not sure how do I cut off people here, because I mean they're gonna spawn pretty close to the edge of this model, but I need them to be able to cut out here. So of course I can put a block box there, but but I'm not. This video is probably past 30 minutes already, so perhaps I'm gonna have to make the episodes like 1 hour to be able to actually fit something productive in it. Let's put an edge in here, or I may cut some videos. Let's put these a little down like that. As for the sand dunes, I'm not sure. I need to pull up some planes over here. Perhaps that could work a little bit as a dune sort of thing. If all this had the texture, let's just grab some planes and push them up to make it look kind of like a sand dune in a way. It's a little weird, yeah, but I don't know, is this a good landscape for the first level? Maybe. I'm not sure. Because I'm usually, as I said, I'm usually really picky with these kind of things, so well, let's try. Let's actually attempt doing something more interesting now. Let's go to find the texture in Cousin Story's temple textures, sand. Copy that one there. make a new, call it sand underscore level layout, or level sand stage, level stage. Call it level stage. Sand underscore, well, why sand? Sand level stage. Actually, let's call it desert level stage. Desert level stage. Put the sand texture in there. Oh, and we want to rename it to something that isn't so generic. So I'm gonna call it temple. Well, I don't know. Project is temple. So T underscore sand could be used because the name needs to be like unique to anything else. So if you have any other custom stories or mods that use a texture called sand, it could put the wrong texture on it, which you don't want to happen. So, but T underscore sand is kind of ugly. So sand underscore PT project temple. I don't know. PT underscore sand. Let's do PT project temple underscore sand, and let's try to do that with everything from now on. Just put PT in the as a like a prefix, just so that we can. Okay, if you look at this without any, yeah, it looks like that. I can improve it, of course, very easily. But let's see how it looks with texture this time. Ugh, that was not what I meant to do. Color, file, open. Desktop, desert level stage, PT sand, open. Enable the texture, and it looks awful right now because it's so small. But let's go and apparently I didn't do it from the front, but that doesn't matter. Select this planar mapping. Let's make it a lot smaller. As you can see, this increases the resolution of the sand texture. So like if it's very small, then let's do it somewhere around this size. I think that should be good, because you're not gonna get too close to it, I think. So something like that. Deselect. Right now it looks kind of weird. What happened if well, hardening these will not look good. Normals hardened, that would look really strange. As you can see it now. Now it looks really low poly, as you can see, yeah. But let's see what happens if we soften them, because then it might look even softer, not as rough. Perhaps this works. I don't know. You have to put a lot of particles in sand and such, and I haven't actually ever made any custom particles, but perhaps if I can find out how, I can make custom particles for like wind and sand and wind and such. And if this hill is not big enough to conceal the temple, which it probably isn't, then we can put some sandstorms up here that you have to go through, and then they will fade away, so you can see the temple. Okay, so now let's export this baby desert level stage and call it PT underscore. I don't want to use the PT extension on everything though, as in, cause that looks ugly in the editor if I'm gonna edit them when I'm placing them. So desert level stage. I don't think I'm gonna have to worry about conflicting names with that one though. Export all. We have the model here now. It's huge, but it doesn't look that huge. Let's do the same thing, putting it in static objects. Static objects, custom, desert level stage. Whoa, what happened here? Dynamically just, wait, what? What's up with this? I have never encountered this before, but I have encountered primitives, custom primitives kind of messing up at times, but this is a weird one. Let's just restart it. And let's try to place that custom desert level stage Oh yeah, of course it's very wait. I forgot something. Dot mesh. No, let's delete that. We don't want that. I forgot the material viewer. Oh, model viewer actually. Load. We need to export it twice as well. Static objects. Custom. Desert level stage. Desert level stage. Oh, look at how cute that level is. Export all. Desktop. Desert level stage. I think I'm gonna end the episode after I'm done getting this to work, but hopefully this is gonna be like an alright episode. If not, very boring. Hopefully, well, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be able to do a lot of more interesting stuff as we go when it comes to scripting. Scripting is pretty fun, I think, when we're gonna see more of the changes that we're gonna do. In the beginning, it's always a little tedious what you have to do starting off, because everything looks so plain. So, okay, now it's huge and everything, so this could actually work. Let's see how it looks in the level editor now. Custom. Does it level stage? Oh, it's still, no, it's actually not big, small. It's just as the box, it displays small, but when you place it, it's huge. That's pretty big for a map. This could actually work, maybe. We'll see, but yeah, the collision box should already be set to the model, because that's how static objects are. They already put a collision box on it. So let's try placing the player start position right there. Make it face forwards. And let's try testing out the map if it works. It might actually work really well. Better than I thought, because this was a little bigger than I actually thought it would be. So let's see how it works out. I'm gonna have to put some of that to the sand texture. Might actually do that off camera and keep it in the same episode. Let's save it. Custom stories, temple, textures. No, maps, and let's call it 01 or 00 underscore intro. Actually 00 underscore pt underscore intro, just so that in case anyone else has a 00 intro, it won't conflict there. Now let's go to custom stories, tempo in here, and just name start the map 00 pt intro, start of Amnesia. Launch game, and let's see how this looks in game. Hopefully it looks alright, but since this is the very basic, oh wait, oh it's I forgot the light value. It's really dark. This is darker than desert would normally be. Actually, no, deserts are very dark at night, but then there's the moon that actually lights up quite a lot. Now let's see, light, box light. We're gonna have to make a huge one though. Place it in the middle. Scale 100 and 100. Actually, the Y doesn't need to be 100. It could be like 20, probably. Yeah, 20 is good. It's more than necessary. Oh, I can't even zoom all the way out. This is the furthest I can zoom. So the box can't be that bright, because that's gonna look ugly as hell. 4.4. Let's put it to 0.4 just to see how that looks. Oh, 0.4. 0.4. And save. And reload map. Okay. Actually, this looks very noticeable, but I don't know. Do we want to use this? I could try improving it, but I don't think people are going to be expecting or seeing the temple from under there. See, this is like a big ass desert. But I really don't like those lines. They're a little too noticeable. Perhaps I'm gonna have to add some more polygons. but I can do that off camera and perhaps make this model a little better. But as you can see, you kind of get the concept, I hope. This is kind of the idea. You spawn over here and you won't see the temple. It's kind of like starting here. It'll just be deserty, windy sounds. I actually found a video that had the sound that I want to use, so I'm going to try to edit that and use it. Like, because like I really don't like using things that I don't know if I have permission to use. Luckily for these textures, they were actually free to use. As for the music, I know other people, like in the comments I saw other people ask, and they got permission if they credited them, of course. And I'm going to, of course, do that if I do use this. So hopefully I'm going to be allowed to do that. But anyways, yeah, let me try doing some small things off camera and see if I can get some improvements done before ending this episode. Alright, so I've done some changes now, and let's see how this would look in the game. I did add the maps to the sand texture and also improved the model, although it might have a bit too many polygons. So I'm just not sure exactly what to... Like, let's see what happens if we open it. Does it use the new model? I think it does, actually. Yeah, it does. Oh, damn. It splits this one into so many... It's actually kind of a bad thing. It splits... Why does it split it into that many? Oh, it's because there's so many vertices on this side here. I guess it didn't really work trying to remove them then. And what's up with this? What's up with the texture right there? What the hell? Did something happen in here? I don't think so. It doesn't look like it. Nothing seemed to have happened in here. So I don't know what that is all about, but let's see if it actually does look like that in the game. It's gonna look kind of strange, I guess, but we'll see. Starting with the game. The game. Oh, the launcher. Okay, there we go. I was like, why is it taking so long? There we go. It did not seem to update this one for some reason. Is there a map cache file I need to remove? There probably is. Custom stories, temple, maps. Yeah, you see this cache file. I don't like them. Let's restart the game. Actually, could just reload the map in a way, I suppose, but I don't know if that would count with the new non-cache file, because the cache file kind of makes so that changes to your map don't show. It's annoying, and I don't know how it works, but... Well, I think this one might be improved, but the texture does not seem to have updated to the new one. So there really is no difference in this map. Let's see, does that actually... does that actually apply? I think it actually does, because... Oh, my phone's calling. This video is just a mess. Alright. Well, hopefully I'll get better at really knowing what to do. Well, I mean, I know what to do. It's just, when you're going to work on something for a longer time, it's easy to get distracted by small things, so it might not be the best kind of thing for a video. Maybe I should be, like, editing and cutting my videos a lot or something. I'm not sure. I don't know. If you, like, if you think there's something I should improve on, then feel free to comment. I would really appreciate it, because I'm obviously not... gonna be perfect the first time, or anywhere near perfect. Well, I actually do think that the model updated the mesh, because it seems to have like 2 points there, 2 in here, and 2 up the hill, and in Maya it has 2 there, 2 there, 2 there. So, but it does have a lot of like, I mean, I'm not lagging, so since it is just a one-time model, I guess it doesn't matter if it has like over 1,000 polygons. Although this still has a lot of polygons, it doesn't look that good. So I don't know, I need to do something about this. Need to figure out something here. Perhaps smoothing can help again, but Soften edge. Did it do anything? I don't know. But we'll see. Export all. Desktop. Save. Desert. Stage level. Desert stage level. Let's go back and delete the cache file because we don't want that. It's a bitch. It's annoying, and it did not actually seem to do this kind of thing. I don't know. Let's delete this one though, because save, quit. I like to make sure that the old model isn't still stuck in there. Oh, and of course I need to place it in the level. Gosh darn it, I don't like... Ugh. Small things can easily annoy you. Put that in there. Wait, desert stage level... Desert level stage. Derp. Desert level stage. There we go. I should know what I'm doing. Okay. Static objects. Custom. Desert level stage. Oh my, the preview looks horrible. It still looks kind of the same, but at least the texture is updated, as you can see. It's a lot more detailed. Wait, where's the spawn point? Is it not the same rotation? Wait, where is the spawn point? Is it on... What? Come on. It's annoying. What? Where's the spawn point? I didn't delete... Oh. Continue, yes. I didn't even open the map, that's why. Oh, right. There. Save. Start of the game. This is gonna be the last test before I end this episode. And it's kinda, you know, unorganized and such, but I mean, yeah, it still doesn't look... Why isn't not the texture update? I really don't understand that, because that is one thing that's really annoying me. Because the texture obviously updated in the editor, but it did not update in the game. I don't understand it. Is there like a cache file for matte files? Because I have not seen that. Maybe the mesh. Nah, probably not the mesh. I don't know. I don't know, but we'll figure this out. And I suppose that would be it for this episode. Yeah. I hope it was at least somewhat entertaining, even though it's a lot longer than I suspected it to be, but I guess that's just how it's gonna have to be. So, yeah, I will thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.